Right then, people. Is there anyone yet? Don't know how this is gonna go. Trying to fish one-handed. I've never ever known the river this low. What's everyone up to then? Is there any chat? I can't see anything, but I've never been able to work out having my phone this way round before. Yes, I can see chat. You fish for salmon. Awesome, man. I'm just hoping for some grayling today. I've never fished one-handed before. I've always had two hands handy. If I hook into anything, I'll have to just try and put the phone down. Oh, nice. Love to go fishing in Scotland. I think as I get further down, there'll be more chance. Start working my way down in a minute. I've only got trainers on, so if there's any certain parts of the river I can fish, I'll get as far out my mouth. Last time I fished this stretch of river, I caught a grayling about 1.5 pounds. This is the River Taff in South Wales. Right, I'm going to have to grab the landing net from behind me a minute. Wait for this to drift down a little. Right, let's bring it down a bit. Fish the Level near Glasgow. I've never heard of it, I gotta be honest. Got a knot in the fly line now. I hope that'll come out. Nope, it's not gunning. Damn. Come on. Is it a knot? Hang on a sec, guys. This was always going to be the problem, trying to fish one-handed. Let me just see if I can stick it down there. There we are, sorted. Just wanted a little tug. There's only so much water by here I can fish. And then I'm going to have to move a fair bit up or downstream. Some more line out. Oh. There is a lot of grayling in here. The water's never been so warm or so low, so I don't know how it's going to affect the fishing. I was watching the other two guys working their way downstream fishing dry flies, and it was quite funny that there was fish surfacing behind them as they were going down. Need some more line out. It's better. Ah! I was a bit slow then. There's an awful lot of tiny ones in here. What am I fishing for? I'm just hoping to catch a few little grayling. I'll be honest, I normally fish for trout in here. It's exactly the same bloody method and technique. But I normally fish for trout, and I like the odd brown trout for the table. But with the river being so low, any pollution is seriously concentrated at the moment. So I don't really want to be eating anything out here. That wind is picking up a bit behind me. How's everyone else found the fishing through the hot weather this year? It's been an awesome summer. I haven't done as much fishing as I would have liked to. I'm being watched big time by the other fishermen down there. They've clocked me. Come on, fishies. Do you know what? I don't care if I don't catch. I've had a fucking awesome day. Time to move down a bit more again, I think. Oh! Did you see our little one jump then right in front of me? I'm fishing out 3 meters too far. Ah. Oh. I'm just over in front of the line then. They're only tiny. Be lucky if they're 6 inches long. But that's what we're after. A little bit of fun on tiny grayling. I'll stay here for a minute. All I've got is a rod license. Apparently, there is a club that own the stretch of water, or the rights to fish this water. Tried to join. They wouldn't take my money. So I'll fish it anyway for fuck all. I've got my rod license. That's the important one as far as I'm concerned. I would have joined. I had pound notes waiting. I fished this river all my life anyway. £150 a year because of salmon and sea trout. I think this one's about £60. But like I say, there's they're really clicky, and apparently there's a waiting list and shit like that. Gotta be vetted. I'm gonna shorten my line a minute. You don't have rivers around there. Where to are you? That's fair enough, man. I totally get that. I go live on TikTok a lot, and people are constantly asking me where I'm from, and I'll say like the area, South Wales, but other than that, I've seen half a dozen little fish surface in front of me by just out of the rapids. Middle East in general. That's cool. No, I don't work as a gamekeeper. I paint cars. I wouldn't mind working as a gamekeeper. I could do with a change of career, if anyone's looking for one. Let's get out a bit further again. Just thought with my slingshot, I love shooting. I've always hunted, shot for the table, shot air rifles and slingshot. Air rifles most of my life, and over the past few years the slingshots. How are you finding the clay ammo? I really don't like the clay. Time to move down again. Only a couple of feet, literally. Put this landing net back down. It's fun by here. If I'm gonna get anything, I thought I would. We'll see. Oh well, they didn't want to speak to me, did they? Try and put a bit more line out. It's getting hard to cast with the length of it. I'm not the most experienced fly fisherman. Self-taught. Oh, damn, that was tiny, but it grabbed hold. Oh, the kingfishers are flying up the river then. I missed her then. No, I'm fishing a wet fly, so cast it across stream and let the current take it down, kind of like as if it's a fly in the water, just being swept down with the current. Got like a little tiny blackhead nymph just on the bottom fly, little gold head black nymph, and then about 1.5 foot up from that got a little pink shrimp, and they're both just to be designed to be floated down the river pretty much like this. It's normally a pretty foolproof way of fishing this river. The grayling fishing in the winter is absolutely amazing. I'd be happy to catch anything though. Well, I don't really care if I don't catch anything. Another one jumped down about 1 meter from the end of the fly line, in between the fly line and the first fly. Tiny, tiny little fish. They're good fun. Move down a bit again in a minute. If I don't have anything, I'll go back up. Just walk through it again and try again. I've had a few little pulls. So there's hope. Normally when I got two hands, when the fly comes right into the edge and the current stops taking it, I'd normally like do figure eight, pulling the lines back with my other hand. Sometimes you get little takes at that point, but I can't do that today while I'm holding this. Really got to get a chest mount. Across the river a bit more and get more of a loop in our line. Whoa! That was a big one out of the water, or bigger one out of the water then. They are there. If all else fails later on, hour or two, I might try a dry fly that last hour of light, or I might put like a little fish lure on and just strip lines through the deeper pools on the river. Leon, how are you doing, man? I noticed there was a comment there, but it hadn't scrolled up properly, so I couldn't see it fully. What's happening, Leon? Why does the chat disappear like that when it's on my chat there all the time? See, it's gone again. That's really annoying. Because I'm looking at the fly line a lot. If they disappear off the screen, they disappear then. Does it come back up if somebody else comments? You're in vertical mode. I should be in horizontal mode. Everyone keeps moaning that I do things like this in vertical mode, so I've tried to put it in horizontal mode again, and it's set to horizontal mode. If I play this back later and it's in bloody horizontal while my phone is vertical, I give up with YouTube, and I swear down it'll be the last I do, because it's annoying the fucking shit out of me. I would have been fishing half hour earlier if I wasn't fucking about going through the settings trying to get it horizontal. Right. Yeah, it does come up when I tap the screen, but I want it to stay up. Oh my god. There is lots of little fish here. They are coming up to the top. What are they taking? It won't. That's annoying that it won't stay up. It does come up when someone chats, so every time you say something, it does light up. So it's not the end of the world. As long as I don't play it back and the bloody thing is sideways or anything. I think we'll move down a bit more. Right then. I'm getting the full experience by looking at the river and nothing happens. Haha, yep, that's fishing all over. That's why it's called fishing and not catching. I tell you what, what's made it for me so far this evening is seeing the kingfishers fly up. There's a couple of pairs of them here. I always see them in pairs. And they're awesome. There we go. Damn, I'm gonna have to put the camera down. Shit. It is tiny. This is what I'm after. Don't know if you can see it. Absolutely awesome. Hey, stay still. Let me get that hook out. Check it out, guys. A little pristine, absolute pristine River Taff grayling. Gone back super healthy. Let's get this line back out and I'll pick the phone back up. That's what we're after. I said they were only little, didn't I? But I love catching these. In the cold months, when we haven't had rain through the cold spells in the winter, that's when the grayling fishing in here really comes alive. My record is 26 in an hour. That was about 7 or 8 years ago when I used to fish an awful lot. Get a bit more line out again. Did I miss any chats when I was getting that in? Yeah, I'm touching the screen now and it's not coming up. That's tiny. It was tiny. Yeah, when you see the fish and you can't catch them, that's really frustrating. I gotta be honest as well, something else with this river, I've never ever come here and failed to catch. I didn't want to say it before I had one. Now I've had one, I can say it. Probably won't catch another because I said it. This algae everywhere is really fucking horrible under my feet. Super slippery. I can see as well the river has dropped back loads in the past week again. I really think a day or two of like a pair of 510 mountain bike trainers. The grip on them is awesome because they use the stealth rubber that Adidas developed for the climbing shoes. Oh, we lost one then. Another little tiny one. Took the hook, wasn't quick enough. Using barbless hooks. Cheers for those likes, guys. 5 likes with only 8 people in here, 9 people. I normally get 70, 80 people in and don't get 5 likes. That is awesome. Much appreciated. It's dropped down to 7 now. Haha. No, I'm not keeping any of the grayling. And I don't know if you was here a little while ago, but I said this river is so low. It's like, it's been low for months. So the way I look at it, any pollution that is in here or coming in here is really concentrated. So I haven't had fish out here for a good while. But I do like my brown trout out of the river. Hey, we got another like. Nice one. I'm going to cast more across stream. Get a bigger loop further to drift. Fishing more area that way. With me being such a shit fly fisherman though, it's hard to pull all the way back and get it to go out 90 degrees to the right. Normally it takes 1 or 2 casts as I turn, like dummy casts. Ah, awesome man, where to was the deer? I moved down once more a little bit, and then I've pretty much fished this full stretch, but I think I will go back to where I started and come all the way down again. Over in Margam, nice. What are the advantages of fly fishing, or is it having a chance to catch wider variety of sizes? I just love fly fishing. I used to love like coarse fishing, just sitting there staring at the float or waiting for an alarm, whatever. But I just got bored of it. And I went and bought a fly rod kit years ago now, and I just never watched anything at first, didn't have a clue, just went out, give it a go. Spoke to a guy that day. You like lure fishing, that's fun as well. You're on the go with that all the time, aren't you? It's just the excitement. I do find it a bit more exciting than most other forms of fishing. Fly fishing has taught me a lot about like learning the river. That was a dreadful cast. It'll still work though if a fish takes it. Dreadful again, that wind. Just holding it back. Fish surfacing like 2 meters out by there then. Right, we'll move down now. If I'm gonna get a bigger fish or a trout, it'll be along the next like swim sort of thing. I'll be able to fish a lot more line further out because I can't walk further. But I might need 2 hands. We'll see. Let's move down a bit. Right then. That's our lining to start off. Sorry about my photography, guys. I'm bloody awful at this. Right, now we're away again. Deep channel running through there, and then it like comes up pretty quick. And I'm kind of hoping that along that bit of a channel thing is where there might be some bigger fish waiting for the things coming downstream. You can see in the water where it drops off to. do wish I'd put a set of waders, or at least fucking wellies on, so I could have got further across. But I would have really struggled if I got to put the phone down and I'm in the water. It's not going to be too easy. And we got another metre or two of line out then. Nice. That's exactly how you want the line to go. That nice big U in it as it comes round and then straightens out. One day you'll come to England and go to the pub. I don't live in England, I'm in Wales, and I certainly don't do pubs. But a lot of people enjoy that kind of thing. Not for me. I don't mix very well with drunk people. I'm not against it. Just what people want to do. That's cool. Ah. Wales is the UK. Nah, it's not the same thing. If you're gonna come over here, you should learn the difference. I'm not British, I'm Welsh. Proud of my Welsh heritage. I don't think you'll catch many Scottish people saying they're British. They're all gonna say they're Scottish. I'd imagine so anyway. Same with the Irish people. I mean, there'll be a percentage of people who'd rather be identified or whatever they'd say as British. But maybe you'll give up. I stopped drinking in pubs when I got old enough to drink in pubs. Kind of when I passed my test and all that, driving, and I was able to go away surfing on my own. I didn't really want to go to pubs then. How long have I been live for? 30 odd minutes. We're gonna go back up now. Back to where I started off. Wind some of this line in. Didn't miss another comment then. Charlie Rich is British and he also says he's Scottish. Yeah, everyone will be more than happy to identify with where they actually come from. To be honest, the way the government is at the moment, I'm not very happy with Britain. Something needs to be done about the place. It's an absolute shit show. But this channel isn't for all that, so I'll leave it. Right then, back up into the faster water. Beautiful, and your favourite pastime. Cheers, Kevin. It is a beautiful river, this. It could be nicer, but I hope you don't expect to learn anything about fly fishing, because I certainly don't know anything. We have had one little fish though. We had a little grayling already. Pretty happy. That's what I was kind of well, not targeting, but I thought I haven't caught grayling for ages. I won't be upset if I catch one. Can't really choose what you catch, can you? A few more inches of line out. I can't believe how much this is hurting my shoulder holding a phone while I do this on a stand. The arm I'm fishing with is fine. No, it's not cold at all. It's really, really warm. The water's warm, the air is warm. It's a bit cloudy, but oh wow, hang on, let me finish reading that. That's the thing, they disappear before I can finish. Oh wow, you was a professional guide. That's awesome, man. Turning your favourite hobby into a job. Wow. Did it take some of the fun out of it for you though? I often think like wood pigeon. Is there somewhere? I often think it'd be cool if I could like make a job out of the social media and slingshots and just doing stuff outdoors, things like that. But would it ruin it? Would it take the fun out of it for me? I don't know. Come on, where have those little grayling gone? I haven't seen anything break the surface for ages now. Oh, I said that and one just tugged on it. I was a bit slow then. No, I'm amazed that I've fished for this long and I haven't tangled the line. Now, it's not as humid today, is it? But it's lovely and warm still. It's been an awesome summer this year. Disappeared then before I could read the charts. It was a bucket list thing and it did take the fun out of it. I can imagine it would, like, if you're doing it all day, every day. And I mean, even it doesn't matter how much you enjoy a hobby, some days you just don't want to do it. And then if you've got to get up and do it for someone else, it's like, Where's that one that pulled on it just now? Come on, fishy. I'd like to have another one out here. I've been on here 40 minutes. Another one I'd be awesome. And then I go to another spot and go live again. There's a lot of distance I've got to walk in between the spots. I might drive to another one. Another cast, then I'm going to move down a bit again. Kevin, is there anything you can see that I'm doing wrong that I could improve? Got a chance here to have a lesson off a professional. You didn't come into the live when I was fishing still water a little while ago. Right, let's move down a few yards. Whoop, hard work with the phone again. What am I doing here? Got my finger tied up in the line by the reel. Sorted. Right, start off with it really short. See what happens. Let the rest of our line go out. Oh, hang on. More chat. Competition fished for the 2 men sea fished. Oh wow. How long is my leader? It's about 10 foot long, I think. I think the rod is about 8-9 foot. Hang on. Can't see on it. And I think the leader's about a foot longer than that. I don't like my leaders too long because I get in the right knot. That wind is picking up again. Yeah, I get in a right knot with a long leader. I was told a while ago by someone that I needed a longer one. I should be around 14 to 16 feet, they said. But like, wow. I fish a lot of tiny little streams. And that would just be, that's why I use such a little rod. It's only a 5 to 6 weight. A big mend back upstream after the cast will slow the line. When you say that, you mean like, hang on, like that, but then like that sort of thing? Come on, fishy. Let me read that comment again. This is hard work trying to get a big mend back upstream just after the cast will slow the fly line. I think I know what you mean. Good length. What is the perfect length leader then? Or isn't there such a thing? Is a lot of it down to like preference with slingshot bands? Get a bit more line out there. Ah, it's tangled on the phone. There, we got it. I think I got a bit too much line out now. Come on, one more out the air. It was a little bit further down I caught that last one. So peaceful just listening to that water. I love the faster bits of the river. Something plastic and yellow floating down there. They went past me earlier. I'm dying to get a frame out and try and shoot it. It's gone a bit far away now. The mend slows the line, which makes the fly sink more. Right. Whoa. I thought I caught the tree then. Always that. You'll get more action if you cast upstream and far to the bank other side. Feel the line always slack. Never scare the fish by yanking the line after casting. Hope this helps. Awesome. Nice advice. I'm up for all advice. It's hard for me to try things and try and alter things while I'm holding the phone in one hand and trying to do it. Right, the more skittish the fish, the longer you want the leader. That makes sense. And I suppose the size of the river you're fishing in does play a big role in that, surely. And how you're fishing it, I guess. That was terrible. Move down a bit again in a minute. I don't think I'm going to have another one out here. I was confident on the first pass on this that I'd catch one, and I did. And I haven't got the same feeling now. That wasn't the best. Something my dad always used to say to me when I was fishing, sea fishing with him, because he never used to do coarse fishing, sea fishing from a young age. I'd always be worried about how things should look, bait presentation, all this and that. And he used to say, just get it on the hook and get it out there. If there's a fish going past and there's food and he's hungry, he's going to eat it. As long as you're in the water, you've got a chance. Another one an old guy said to me once when I was a kid, you catch big fish and little fish on little hooks, but if you stick big hooks on, you're only going to catch big fish. And it's right. They are all different. They are. I fished this all my life as well, all different methods, and I do know it quite well. I know where the fish are. I do know where there's a lot of barbel in this river. And I don't fish for them anymore. It's been bloody 15 years or more since I've done any barbel fishing. Let's move down a bit again. I really should dig out some gear and go and trot a float. See if nothing else, just to see if the barbel are still there where they used to be. Right. The mend also keeps the line upstream for the fish. Good mends take practice. They are a must. I'm going to take everything you've said on, guys, and when I'm not on the live, I'm going to play about a little bit more and try and learn some of these bits. And I'll also, now I've got the terms and the things you've said, I can go and look at YouTube videos specific to those things and actually see it. Because, I'll be honest, the way I learn, I struggle. I learn through visually seeing. If somebody shows me something once, I can do it. But I can read it 1,000 times in a book and just not work it out like. I think this is actually a first. Guys, thank you. I've got more likes than I have viewers. That is definitely a first. Let's get some more line out. I've almost got twice as many likes as viewers. Does that mean it's really likeable or it's really boring today? That bloody little thing I was on about, you can't see it, it's floating back upstream. Snapper fishing on the fly. I can't say I've ever done... I've tried fishing for bass on the fly, but other than that, only river fishing. I don't think we're going to catch another one in here. Oh, that is awesome. Thank you so much for that comment, Kevin. It's the nice comments like that keep people wanting to come back and doing it, like. That is awesome. I'm going to move down once more after this. And then I was going to bounce off. I can't believe I've been on here almost an hour. One little greeling about 5 inches long in an hour. When bluefish is around snapper are best. I bet they fight like hell, don't they? I think after this I'm going to go up to the really fast bit further up there. I don't know whether or not to fish this side bank, which I normally do, or cross the river and walk round to fish the other side, which isn't normally accessible but is at the moment. I don't know. Decisions. I'll walk up and have a look at it. I've never had much luck with the dry flies. When I first started, I tried dry first, and I really struggled. And I've gone back to it once or twice, but never really had much luck. Have a bit more line out again. I missed another comment. Can watch fly fishing more than snapping cans. It's really relaxing, isn't it? It is. I'm fishing down there and a fish just surfaced up there. Sod's low, innit? Nice one for the other like on there, guys. Really appreciate it. I would say, if you wouldn't mind, shade it away, but I'm not going to be on here long, so there's not much point in shading away. Fishing is huge, like, and I'm surprised that there's been like a tiny percentage of the views compared to when I'm on here shooting slingshot. But then I'm not known for fishing, am I? It's only a couple of times I've ever fished live or whatever. Saw that trout you caught earlier. That was a little grayling. Little tiny grayling. One of my favourite fish to catch. Never eat them. Too bony. Not that I've tried to find out, it's just what I've been told. But that's put me off, I don't need to try them. But they are just a stunning fish. And it was about this time last year, just about 300 yards upriver, I caught my biggest ever grayling. It was about £1.25, £1.5. You take it easy, Kevin, and I will see you soon. Look after yourself, mate. I think one last cast after this one. Time to find another piece of river to fish. We'll get right across onto the far bank this time. And down from there. Saw a glimpse just hooked onto your live. He was only tiny. You had to look hard to see it, was that small. I said that was the last cast, but we'll have one more. Right over into that. Oh, that didn't get right over there. That did. Laid that down a lot nicer. Right, guys. I'm going to bounce off, I'm going to re-listen and go and find a new stretch of river to fish. I asked knuckle busting numbskull. Who's that? I don't know who that is, man. Hell of a name. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to bounce off. Nice one for dropping by. I need to find another bit of river to fish. I'm not feeling it by here now. But I'll catch up with you all soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And thank you very much for dropping by. Thanks for smashing the like button. Take it easy, guys.